Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to the channel where we make content creation simpler. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn any video file into accurate text for completely free. I'll walk you through two simple, accessible ways to do this, and then I'll share a smoother workflow for creators who want more than just words on a page. Think of this like a practical how-to guide, followed by a smarter, creator-friendly shortcut. Alright, let's start with method 1, assuming you already have the desktop version of Microsoft Word installed. If you don't have that installed, don't worry, because you can just skip ahead to my second method in a moment. For those using desktop Word, go ahead and open a new blank document like you normally would. Head over to the Home tab in your ribbon and look for the Dictate button on the right-hand side. Click that little drop-down arrow next to Dictate, and you'll see an option labeled Transcribe. Now, the interface usually asks for an audio file, but here is the secret trick. You can actually upload a video file directly. Word supports common video formats like MP4, so just pick your clip, hit the upload button, and let it work. Word will quietly send that video to OneDrive in the background and begin the magic of converting speech to text. What happens next is actually pretty slick because after just a few minutes, the full transcript appears in the sidebar. You can take a moment to review the segments, play back specific snippets to check accuracy, and then click Add to Document. Word gives you great options here. Plain text, text with speaker labels, or even text with both speaker labels and timestamps. If your video only features one person talking, you'll see Speaker 1 repeated throughout the transcript. If there are multiple participants, Word does its best to separate them into Speaker 1, Speaker 2, and so on. It is not absolutely perfect, but for a free one-click solution, it is definitely neat and accurate enough for basic notes. I do have to mention a couple of caveats. Specifically, that the biggest limitation is the file size. Word's web service tends to cap uploads around 300 megabytes, which is not huge. So if you have long-form footage, like an hour-plus podcast recording, you might need to trim it before uploading. Alternatively, you could just split the video into smaller chunks before you start the process. Also, remember that speaker separation can be a bit messy if voices overlap frequently. It isn't as highly customizable as a specialized professional transcription service, but for free, it's still very solid. Now, let's talk about method 2 for those who don't have the desktop version of Word installed. No problem at all. Just open up your web browser and head over to office.com. Sign in or create a completely free Microsoft account, which is the same one you use for Outlook or OneDrive. Once you are inside, open Word Online and repeat the exact same steps we just covered. Go to Home, find the Dictate dropdown, select Transcribe, and upload your file. The online version works exactly the same way, and it is completely free, which is awesome if you don't want to buy software. It uses the same back-end transcription engine, so expect the same limits regarding file size. However, the big benefit is that you can do this from literally any computer with an internet connection. So those two ways get you a text transcript without spending a single cent. But now, let me switch gears and talk specifically to the creators who need more than just raw text. If you are making long-form content like podcasts or interviews, you need short clips, captions, and a posting schedule. Handling the transcription, the clip selection, and the caption creation manually is incredibly slow. This is exactly where tools like Vizard come in really handy for your workflow. Let me explain the major difference between these approaches. Microsoft Word's feature is great for getting text extracted quickly, and it is free and easy. But it leaves all the next steps to you, meaning you still have to scrub through footage and edit. You have to find the best moments, edit vertical clips, add captions, and schedule everything across social platforms. That is a ton of repetitive work, and for creators who publish a lot, it is a massive bottleneck. Vizard approaches this entirely differently than a standard transcription tool. Instead of only giving you a raw transcript, Vizard automatically analyzes your long videos. It finds the viral-worthy moments and creates ready-to-post clips for you. It will pick the highlight segments where engagement is highest, generate captions, and help you batch schedule posts. So, rather than spending hours chopping a 2-hour interview into clips, Vizard hands you content ready to publish. To make this clear, Microsoft Word is excellent for getting text fast, but it stops at transcription. It doesn't auto-edit or schedule your posts for you. On the other hand, specialized platforms might charge per minute or require expensive plans just to unlock editing. Vizard sits in the sweet spot for creators who really want to scale their output. It gives you auto-editing that finds clips, a way to auto-schedule posts, and a content calendar. This makes the whole workflow significantly less manual. Instead of spending your day transcribing and chopping, you spend it reviewing and tweaking. Now, I don't want to pretend that Vizard is a perfect silver bullet for every single scenario. If you just need a one-off transcript to pull quotes or build notes, Word is definitely faster and cheaper. But for most YouTubers, podcasters, and marketers, the auto-editing and all-in-one calendar is a massive time saver. Let me walk you through a simple creator workflow that actually mixes these two tools together. Say you have a 90-minute podcast episode. Option A is uploading to Word for a transcript, then manually hunting for moments to clip. Option B is uploading to Vizard, which scans the footage and makes short clips with auto-generated captions. You can then set a posting frequency so it can auto-schedule the clips for you automatically. You still keep your editorial control, but the heavy lifting is done for you. Here are a few more practical tips for you. If your video is hitting that 300 megabyte size limit, just export a smaller version. If you want cleaner speaker separation, try running short segments instead of one huge file. And if you are focusing on social clips, always make sure to frame and crop with platforms in mind. To wrap up, use Microsoft Word Transcribe if you need a free, quick transcript. But if you are a creator aiming to turn long content into a steady stream of engaging posts, definitely consider a tool like Vizard. It's not about replacing transcription. It's about turning that transcript into a real content workflow. That is it from me today. I hope you found this walkthrough helpful and that it saves you some time on your next project. If you want more tips on turning long videos into viral clips, let me know in the comments. I'll drop more practical videos very soon, so take care and catch you in the next one.